Tonight, social media showdown as a tech giant moves to block Canadian news content. From Facebook to Instagram.
Users of these platforms will lose the ability to share news.
Why Meta is taking aim at Ottawa.
They're not happy with a rule that would essentially make them pay part of their profits to someone else.
Ditching daylight saving.
I think it's probably time to get rid of it.
Most people need to get more sleep.
Could this be the last time millions have to change their clocks? Plus the power of a heartwarming hug.
Otis just keeps her company all day, and they're totally in love. It's the sweetest.
The rescued dog with a disability and her unlikely feline friend.
CTV National News with Sandy Ronaldo reporting tonight. John Venevalli-Rao.
Good evening. Canadians who like to browse social media sites to get their news may soon be prevented from doing that on some of the internet's most popular platforms. This is the parent company of Facebook and Instagram today threatened to block news content in Canada in an escalating battle with Ottawa. Leading us off tonight, CTV's Annie Bergeron-Oliver.
A scroll through social media could soon reveal no news. Meta today threatened that if the federal government's Online News Act passes in its current form, it will end the availability of news content on Facebook and Instagram for people in Canada.
They're not happy with, a rule that would essentially make them pay part of their profits to someone else. And so they're going to do everything that they can to protect themselves.
The Online News Act, Bill C-18, would force tech giants to negotiate with news outlets and pay for content published or linked on its site. Meta threatened to withhold news content in Australia too until a similar bill was changed.
There's been questions as to whether or not this is a bluff or not. But when you consider first that news constitutes just about 3% of the activity on their platform, it's not particularly significant.
The Heritage Minister says he will not be intimidated by the threats of tech giants, and that includes Google Canada, who wants the bill changed.
C-18 puts a price on free links to web pages, setting a dangerous precedent that threatens the foundation of the open web and the free flow of information, and incentivizes clickbait content over quality journalism.
Journalism that roughly 4% of Canadians can't see on Google right now.
You're a $1.2, $1.3 trillion company. And I think you've overexceeded your boundaries.
The company has temporarily removed news for some Canadians in what executives described to parliamentarians yesterday as product testing.
The bill is a moving target, and we don't know if we will continue to be able to link to news as we do today. So we are testing a range of possible responses.
The online news bill has passed the House and is now in the Senate, where it's expected to pass before the summer. That, John, means there is limited time to make changes.
Thanks so much, Annie, in Ottawa tonight. Calls for a new national licensing system for Canadian doctors are growing louder. Proponents say it would allow physicians to fill staffing shortages across the country without the added burden of getting licensed in each separate province. CTV's Atlantic Bureau Chief, Creason Adjecte, now on the latest push to heal an ailing healthcare system.
More than 137,000 people are now on Nova Scotia's doctor waiting list. That's 2,000 more than last month.
It could potentially continue to get worse. Right now, we know almost a quarter of our family doctors in the province are over the age of 60.
The wait list is a growing concern among residents here in Clark's Harbour. The town's mayor says he's frustrated that their medical clinic has been sitting empty without a doctor for more than 2 years, and their elderly residents have to drive further for routine checkups.
It's an hour's drive. It may be 6, 8, 10 hours wait in outpatients.
The Blue Nose Private Health Clinic in Halifax hopes to be part of the solution, despite criticism from public health care supporters.
A lot of people, elderly people, they can't afford to sit and wait for 12 hours to get attention.
To compound the issue, the federal government is clawing back more than $2.5 million in health transfer money for Nova Scotia and New Brunswick for health care fees patients were paying out of pocket for medically necessary services more than 2 years ago. Procedures like MRIs and CT scans.
Private sector involvement is okay, but it shouldn't come at the expense of equitable access.
The Canadian Medical Association has been pushing the federal government to introduce a pan-Canadian doctor's license for the last 2 decades to address long wait times.
This is not a new idea, but it is an idea that we've struggled to get traction within the Canadian healthcare system.
Dr. LaFontaine says there's still hope, as all 4 Atlantic provinces have recently agreed to implement a regional license for doctors to work temporarily in other provinces if needed. While work is being done to train and retain doctors here, that process will take years, and health experts say patients need care now. John.
Many patients frustrated by that. Thank you, Creason. Today marks the 3rd anniversary of the COVID pandemic, when life as we know it changed. On this day back in 2020, the outbreak was officially declared by the World Health Organization.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Travel came to a halt, work moved remotely inside homes, and social distances became part of our lexicon. Over 50,000 Canadians have died from the virus. Globally, the death toll stands close to 7 million. This has been a frustrating start to the March break travel season for some passengers planning to fly on Flair Airlines after 4 of its planes were seized because of a commercial dispute leading to some cancellations. A U.S.-based hedge fund and leasing company grounded the jets in 3 Canadian cities after Flair fell behind on its payments, worth roughly $1 million. In a statement, Flair called the actions extreme and unusual and said the payment has been initiated. There's been more fallout from the collapse of one of tech's top banks, with some Etsy sellers reporting they haven't been getting paid. Regulators shut down Silicon Valley Bank after depositors rushed to withdraw money amid concerns over the bank's health. Now companies that use the bank are scrambling to access cash. Insured depositors are being promised up to $250,000 by Monday. The bank also did business with Shopify, ZipRecruiter, and Pinterest. SVP employees were reportedly paid their annual bonuses just hours before the bank's closure. To a different kind of disaster in California, massive flooding overnight that led to evacuations and even more damage from a storm that's already killed at least 2 people and knocking out power to tens of thousands. Here's CTV's Los Angeles bureau chief, Tom Walters.
South of San Francisco, a levee breach on the Pajaro River sends water surging into the town of Watsonville. Overnight, in one of dozens of rescues, the National Guard pulled this driver from a half-submerged car. Hardest hit, neighborhoods of low-income farm workers.
These are the folks who could least afford this type of hardship on their jobs, on their businesses, on their homes.
Thousands have been forced to leave their homes, many left waiting for transportation. But in parts of the state, getting anywhere has been complicated by washouts.
I've lived here my whole life, and I've never seen the creek go actually through the road.
At Big Sur, rain triggered a rock slide that blocked Highway 1, California's main coastal route. In the town of Kernville, Riverside Park is in the river now. It's not the kind of dunking anyone wanted to see here. In Woodlake, Diego Meza didn't see it until a friend woke him up.
Like, wake up, man. You're like, your house is flooded. And I looked on the ground and it was flooded.
In mountain areas, still digging out from the heavy snow that fell more than 2 weeks ago, the rain is making things worse.
When we have a lot of rain, the snow becomes very heavy and the snow blowers will be ineffective.
The priority now, getting that weight off roofs and keeping storm drains open to handle the sudden meltwater. Meltwater that is adding to the flooding in river valleys below. In this string of pummeling winter storms, another is expected next week.
You can't live like this. How do you live like this?
And frustration is rising like the water. Tom Walters, CTV News, Los Angeles.
To Ukraine now, where the Kremlin-controlled Wagner paramilitary group is making further advances into Bakhmut. Russian state media have shown footage of Wagner mercenaries walking through what's said to be the southern part of the city. Russian forces have so far taken the eastern part and outskirts to the north, but have failed to encircle Ukrainian defenders. Ukrainian forces say they have no intentions of surrendering. Today marked a somber anniversary in Japan. It's been 12 years since a major earthquake triggered a tsunami, killing more than 22,000 people. A minute of silence was observed across the country to honor victims of the quake, which also caused a triple meltdown at the Fukushima nuclear plant. Japan is planning to release treated radioactive water from the facility as early as this summer, despite fierce opposition from neighboring countries. As most Canadians get ready to set their clocks forward by an hour overnight, the debate to ditch the ritual is raging once again, thanks to a new push south of the border to end it. Here's CTV's Heather Wright.
The time debate that happens twice a year is here again.
I feel like it's a bit unnecessary, to be honest.
Every time the clocks spring forward or fall back.
I don't mind.
No?
I don't mind. It doesn't make a difference to me.
On the second Sunday of March, the clocks in most of Canada will move forward an hour. It means more daylight into the evening, but it's a practice some would like to see end.
I think it's probably time to get rid of it.
Approximately 70 countries around the world observe some form of daylight saving time, but there is a push to abolish the more than century-long practice. Ontario passed legislation to end daylight saving, but it's contingent on Quebec and New York State following suit. And British Columbians voted 4 years ago to scrap it, but only if California, Washington, and Oregon are on board.
Most people need to get more sleep.
Dr. Charles Samuels is with the Centre for Sleep and Human Performance in Calgary and says the main reason why moving clocks ahead an hour can be difficult for people is that so many of us are sleep deprived to begin with.
30% of North Americans run around with a 10 to 15 hour sleep debt normally. So when you add an hour onto that, it actually has an impact the following Monday morning.
Mr. President, I awoke on Sunday morning early.
Last week, U.S. Senator Marco Rubio reintroduced legislation that would make daylight saving time permanent, saying this ritual of changing time twice a year is stupid. Locking the clock has overwhelming bipartisan and popular support. And in a divided Congress, perhaps ditching daylight saving is something both parties could agree on. But until then, the clocks will spring forward and fall back for the foreseeable future. Heather Wright, CTV News, Toronto.
Well, coming up, fighting for history.
My 3 losses are against the 3 best women in the world right now.
The Indigenous boxer making a major impact. Plus, the toxic drug making its way onto Montreal streets. Public health officials in Montreal are warning about a potentially deadly ingredient that's increasingly being found in illicit street drugs. Xylazine was first detected 20 years ago in opioid samples in the Caribbean. Nicknamed the zombie drug, it's now showing up in cities right across Canada. CTV's Luca Caruso-Moro reports.
The city is watching the spread of xylazine, an animal tranquilizer never meant for human consumption. In people, it can lead to breathing issues, irregular heartbeats, and low blood pressure. Experts say it was common in Puerto Rico before reaching Philadelphia. Expanding east, then into Canada, it was discovered in Vancouver, and now it's turned up in over a dozen urine samples in Montreal. Montreal Public Health Medical Chief Carole Morissette says those samples were taken months ago. Tests for the drug are scarce, and it only shows up in urine up to an hour after consumption.
The fact that we don't have access to real-time data is a major barrier to putting in place appropriate actions.
Xylazine is commonly cut with fentanyl, and an overdose on either can look the same, with one key difference. Naloxone, a fast-acting drug which can temporarily reverse an opioid overdose, doesn't work with xylazine.
The person remains unconscious, and then we need for the person to be taken care of by the paramedics and go to the emergency room.
Marie says governments need to invest more in coroner services and drug screening to cut down on long testing delays, so those on the epidemic's front line can keep people safe from the city's latest, potentially deadly, drug. Luca Caruso-Moro, CTV News.
A drag queen storytime event at a New Brunswick library drew quite the turnout today, but it wasn't just children hoping to hear a tale. Two crowds gathered outside the Moncton Library with two very different messages. One group supporting drag story time, the other protesting it.
It is wild that we have to be here, we have to fight for this. There's so many other problems other than someone reading a book to children.
This stuff is being flooded into our schools. It's being flooded into the curriculum.
A similar scene in Halifax where social media uproar about a fundraiser forced police to stand by during an event that featured drag artists reading books and painting faces. An Indigenous woman from Edmonton is blazing a new trail in the sport of boxing. Already, she's gone toe-to-toe with some of the world's best, and next weekend, she'll take a swing at capturing some huge titles. CTV's Alberta Bureau Chief Bill Fortier has more.
Even when she has no opponent, Vanessa Tasiga Bradford's intensity is evident. Her nickname earned.
Vicious Vanessa, because I can be pretty vicious in there.
Her training, drive, and talent has already taken her far, with more than 100 amateur fights and 10 pro bouts fought around the world against the best.
Oh, I go shopping with it. I take it everywhere with me.
This belt is from a Continental Championship title she won last August in Florida, and she's looking to add a couple more of these to her collection next weekend. Bradford will be the first Indigenous woman to battle for a Canadian title and a WIBA world title.
To be the first Indigenous to fight for this, it just makes me feel very proud. You know what I mean? And it just makes me train harder.
Despite the magnitude of her upcoming fight, she's relaxed and calm.
My 3 losses are against the 3 best women in the world right now. So I step up to the plate every time. You know, I'm not scared of anybody because I know how good I am as well.
She's boxed the very best in the world right now.
Her coach has been in her corner for 2 decades and says he always knew she was something special.
She's no quit. There's no quit in that girl, man.
Now she's not only successful, she's also a role model.
This is something that every little girl is going to say, man, if she did it, I can do it.
I want to go around and just show girls and women, like, if you put your mind to it, you really can do anything.
She's already proven that, and with a lot of fight still in her, Vanessa Tasiga Bradford's career is nowhere near the final bell. Her next big fight is Saturday in front of a hometown crowd. Bill Fortier, CTV News, Edmonton.
Well, still ahead, from hurting to coding. How some children in Kenya are turning to high tech to secure a brighter future. Some dramatic pictures out of Indonesia as one of that country's most active volcanoes erupted today. Searing gas clouds and lava were sent down its slopes, forcing authorities to suspend tourism and mining activities on the mountain. It blanketed several villages with ash, though there were no reports of any injuries. And a potentially record-breaking storm has slammed into Mozambique for a second time. Known as Freddy, the storm may well become the longest-lasting tropical cyclone ever. It first made landfall in February and was given a name 33 days ago. Since then, the storm has killed 27 people. Also in Africa, where some countries have been struggling with severe drought, a new program in Kenya has been launched aimed at teaching the kids of nomadic herders a new skill, computer coding. Here's CTV's Melanie Nagy.
In a remote area of northern Kenya, inside a small school, children tap away on electronic tablets. For most kids here, it's the first time they've ever used or even seen a computer. Like all of her classmates, 13-year-old Everjoy Wahito's family are nomadic herders who keep livestock and live off the land.
Since I came here, I have seen a computer and gadgets, a lot of gadgets in here, and skills that will help me in the future.
Wahito is part of a special program teaching computer coding. Its goal is to diversify the skills of children from pastoral families.
And when we teach kids coding and ensure that they are taught to a standard, it will open new avenues for them.
Severe and persistent drought has plagued East Africa for years now. With little to no rain in parts of Kenya, herders are struggling to maintain their livelihood, which is traditionally passed on to their children. Dorothy Carrera enrolled her child in the program because she worries there's no future in herding.
She will get digital skills that in life she will be able to help herself.
Coding was officially added to Kenya's school curriculum last year, making it the first East African country to do so.
It will help retention of kids in school and more admissions of children.
So far, this particular school in the north has about 200 students enrolled. The hope for Wahito and the others is that the tech-focused program will give them options their parents living a pastoral lifestyle didn't have. Melanie Nagy, CTV News, Vancouver.
Great stuff. After the break, unexpected furry friends. The street dog from India and her new cuddly companion. We leave you tonight with the touching story of a dog, a cat, and the power of a hug. Here's CTV's Adam Sawatsky.
Katie will never forget arriving at the animal shelter that day and meeting Otis for the first time.
I took him out of the cage and he just wrapped his little arms around me and just started purring. And my husband looked at me and just said, "He's coming home with us, isn't he?"
He was right, and Otis has been hugging them at home ever since, especially when Katie arrives from work after a really rough day.
My husband won't even be the first person to hug me. He'll just bring Otis.
But then Katie went to India, where she volunteered daily at an animal shelter, and met a feral amputee who looked more like a kangaroo than a dog, named Mama Roo.
Incredibly inspired by Mama Roo and her amazing resilience.
When Katie got back, no doubt greeted by a hug from Otis, she couldn't stop thinking about that dog's indomitable spirit. So she returned to India 2 years later, where Mama Roo seemed to have remembered Katie too.
Hi, baby. Hi. Her tail was wagging. She was so excited to see me.
Katie felt compelled to adopt Mama Roo, but was concerned about how she would be with Otis.
Because the street dogs often will attack the cats in India.
If Mama Roo was looking to fight a feline when she finally arrived in Canada, she didn't stand a chance. Otis was prepared to put out his paws and pulverize the pup with purrs.
Right away wanted to be friends, and she was very intrigued by him.
While Mama Roo, having endured so much trauma, was wary,
she's really nervous of people.
Otis was Otis.
Nothing upsets him, so she can kind of look to him if she's feeling anxious.
The cat's consistent, calm caring, Katie says, seems to have helped with the dog's healing.
He's just so full of love, and he goes into every situation expecting the best.
Which has resulted in Mama Roo and Otis becoming the best of friends.
And Otis just keeps her company all day, and they're totally in love. It's the sweetest.
And it's what can happen when a caring human connects a dog who can't hug with a cat who just can't stop. Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, Victoria.
Good on you, Otis. That's it for us tonight. Remember, the clocks go forward tonight at 2 a.m. for most provinces. I'm John Benavali Rao. For Sandy and all the rest of us at CTV National News, thank you for watching. Good night, and we'll see you again tomorrow.